Hello everybody, how are you? This is Karthik Poovanam. I'm a leadership coach, author and a travel explorer. Most of the times the people who pull you down are the people who are right besides you. And you have to be very, very careful to know who are those people around you who are trying to pull you down, limit you down, and who don't even care about how you feel. It's very, very important for us to become aware about having value for those who care about our feelings, because unfortunately we are constantly surrounded right from our childhood the people who are always trying to limit us, and then they say we really care for you, and then they give us material gifts, and the material gifts is also not what we desire. It's all about what they can afford, and they want you to fit into their framework and then have gratitude for what they have given you, and then they put you into a obligation, lifelong obligation. Most of the time these are the parents, these are the relatives, these are the society, the friends, all of these. And the sooner you're able to rewire yourself, the sooner you're able to be free from these kinds of conditioning, you will experience a very, very joyful time. You will start living a very fantastic life for yourself. You will be in a position to experience joy, harmony and well-being. Otherwise it will be a constant ride filled with obligations which you do not like to do, but you have to do now because somewhere there is a certain kind of trapped obligation which you have got into, and now suddenly you'll be made to feel bad if you're not going to fulfill their expectations. This is very, very important for anybody to realize, that you're not going to get into these traps anymore, any longer. We are living in a world where we have a choice to take our decisions, and a lot of people are taking these decisions, but start taking these decisions in a more conscious way and start feeling great about the decisions that you've taken in life, because either you can be in constant guilt or you can be in clarity. And what's more important is to ask yourself, when do you start feeling good? Do you feel good when you socialize, or do you feel good when you're by yourself or with those people who actually love the way you feel? Because who love the way, not just how you feel, but the way in which you feel. They're not the supporters of misery, they're the supporters of joy. And unfortunate it is that most of the people only have supporters of misery. Suppose, let's say you get into a trap called marriage and you have kids and you're suffering with kids, there'll be a lot of supporters. Oh, you're doing a great job. You get into a job and you're suffering and you work very hard for it. Oh, you really, congratulations. You will be flooded with a lot of congratulation messages. But if you say, I am feeling very, very joyful, vibrant and feeling very, very energized within, you will know the takers are very limited, because the world understands mostly the language of grief, greed and jealousy. And they want you to also be a part of that system, and they feel there's something wrong in your life if you're not a part of grief, if you're not a part of greed, if you're not a part of liabilities, if you are a part of self-assets. Because when your life is giving you joy, that means it's an asset. If a life is giving you grief, it means it's a liability. Most of the people say the children are their liabilities, and then somewhere they think that they want to trap them and use very, very manipulative ways which they have mastered over years from their elders and their family. And now they want their children to be their assured old age insurance, which is never going to happen. The world is becoming more and more brighter and more smarter. And until and unless you are resonating and speaking the language of love, it's very, very unlikely that you're ever going to have a good time with your children. So therefore, one thing you want you all to understand, before you enter into any kind of a serious trap like marriage or producing children, ask yourself, what are the advantages of it? What are the disadvantages of it? Most often we only look at the advantages. People often see just those happy photographs. You're not seeing those shit cleaning photographs. You're not seeing those painful nights, you're not seeing those arguments, because all of these things are not recorded and put in Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. So therefore, do your own introspection, carefully analyze the life of your parents and also everybody around you. Look at hundreds of lives. See, I've seen lives, enough lives, right from all the cross sections of the society, not just in India, across Europe, across Africa, across America, across the Middle East, across the South Asian countries. And I can tell you with a lot of certainty, life is the same for almost all the people. They just complain about their family. Most of the people are middle class. They're not just very high class. Even the high class members who are very, very rich, who can afford a private jet, they also complain about their family. They're in constant denial. So it's very, very important you don't get into this burden and start enjoying the limited life that we have in this planet. Life is very limited. Let's not waste it living it for someone else. Let's start experiencing joy. And once you start experiencing joy, that's when your intelligence will guide you and tell you that all that matters is love and grace. It's all that matters. Love and grace. Have a great day, everybody. This is Karthik Poovanam. I'm a leadership coach, author, and a travel explorer. And I will see you in another amazing video. Good day.